welcome to another episode of the EasyCruit Coffee Club. Today we are in Stockholm in Sweden, and my name is Lex Heldens and I'm the Product Marketing Manager for EasyCruit. And with me today I have two people, and the first one is Christer.
Thank you. My name is Christer, and I'm the Competence Manager for Visma EasyCruit.
And our guest star for today is Sandra.
Yes, hello, and I'm the UX Designer for EasyCruit.
Yes, I'm really excited we have you today with us, Sandra, because UX is just a really cool topic to talk about. So, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Yes, so I am situated here in Stockholm, and I've been working in Visma for 2.5 years now. And as you said, I work with user experience design, so I'm trying to make EasyCruit a better product for users, mainly.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you for the introduction, Sandra. So now that you're talking about UX, what is UX actually?
Yeah, so basically UX stands for user experience.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about how your users feel when they use a product or a service, and always striving to deliver a better experience for the users based on their needs and goals and pain points.
So I'm really curious to find out what did you do in a daily life. So what does your day look like?
Yes, my daily life looks quite different depending on what I'm focusing on at the moment. But it has a lot to do with user research, so talking to customers and users, figuring out what they need and what problems that we can solve for them. And then also go back and do a lot of mock-ups and prototypes and figuring out how we can solve the user's problems. And then we need to go back to the customer and test if we have understood the requirements right. And a lot of usability testing, collaboration with the team, collaborating with development when they're building new solutions, so that what we build is the right thing and that it actually does what the users want it to do.
So it's a very role where you encounter all disciplines, basically, so the developers and also the clients.
Yes.
That's an interesting dynamic.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. I'm like the medium between the user, customer, and the developers. Yeah.
Cool.
So, the UX process is a very iterative process. So you always need to develop something, test it, get feedback, and then iterate on it. But when we start a new project, we always need to begin with doing a lot of user research so that we know what the users want and need and why. Then we can start to create some ideas how to solve the problems that our users have. And we can do that with sketches and mock-ups and prototypes, for example. Then we go out with the prototypes to our customers again and ask them, does this work for you or does it not? If it doesn't, then we need to iterate and improve the design. Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Until we have a design good enough that we can commit to build. And then we start to build it, and all the time we need to verify that we are doing the right thing, and we need to test it on users. And when we have launched a new design or a new solution, we need to also measure that it actually gave the value that the customer wanted.
Cool.
Yes.
So a customer can actually just see and follow the process where they have first ideas, then we improve that, so step by step they can see the design come to life.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But I have a better place where I can show you more of the
Okay.
process.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
Let's go there.
Yes.
Yes.
So now we are in your creative space, Sandra. This looks really inspiring and really cool.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
So this is where you spend your day or spend your time.
Yeah, some of the time at least.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. So what are we seeing here on the wall?
So you see a couple of things here. Here we have some results from a design studio that we did recently with the team.
Yeah.
So they were generating a lot of ideas and sketching and then giving design critique on the ideas. So that's what the post-its are for. Then you see here that we have a customer journey, very big one, which describes the journey for a new customer through the whole process of like buying EasyCruit and then using it and then getting support and then extending or ending
Okay.
Nice.
the product. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were talking about the UX process as you have rounds of changes, you present to the customers again, and then we look at the design again. Another thing that customers can do is they can give you feedback using the feedback button in
Yes.
EasyCruit. So how does that work? So somebody sends in feedback, and what do you do with that?
So each time a customer sends in new feedback, I get an email notification about that we have some new answers. And then I go and look at the answers and act on them. It might be that I contact the customer to get some more information, or I take it to the development team and discuss if there is something that the customer has requested or something that's not working as it should. So we continuously take care of the feedback that we get from the feedback form.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, I would say then, I guess, if anybody's looking into EasyCruit and saying, I have an idea or I'd like to adjust something, do click on that feedback button, because then Sandra can look at it and do something.
Yes.
With it. Very important.
Yes.
Very important. So Sandra, I'm really curious, can you show us something that you're on working right now?
Yeah. So what I mainly am working on right now is the new application management in the new platform. So it's the new application list and the new detailed view for the candidate. And what's good with the new version is that you can very quickly do the first screening of your candidates, because you have a much better presentation of the CV and the cover letter, and you also have a much quicker way to do the evaluation. So then you can continue the process in standard EasyCruit, because right now it's limited to that when we look at what you can do in the new platform, but you will get more functionality all the time. So what I'm working on right now is to display the communication history with the candidates, so that you clearly can see who have sent what to whom, and you can also see if the candidate has received and read the communication that you have sent, so that you can be sure that the candidate has gotten your message. So that's very good. And then I'm also working on a new flow for the rejection action. So I'm trying to make that much more simple and quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice. Yeah, really nice.
So Sandra, I need to ask you, from listening to you, this sounds really, how should I say, creative and really fun to work with.
Yeah.
So what is the most fun feature item that you have worked with until today, so to speak?
Yeah, it's very difficult to say because I think most of the things I do is fun and it's all like connected.
Mm.
So it's not separate projects or items, but just doing this new design for like the application, the candidate's detailed view, that was really fun to in a better way highlight what's important in an application and to figure out what you want to see directly.
Mm.
So just by talking to customers and then understanding what they look at when they do the pre-screening of candidates, we now have this new layout of the application, which is much quicker and hopefully better for users to work with.
Yeah, cool. So just one question I had, that if any users or any clients are watching right now that are interested in saying, oh, I have a good idea or I have some inputs, are they allowed to contact you? Are you?
Yes, of course. I will be very happy if customers want to participate in the development, help with giving input, trying out some new ideas, prototypes, and just help shape the future of EasyCruit to make it a better product, basically.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Sandra, for showing us all about what you do when it comes to UX. I'm just wondering if any clients are watching the Coffee Club episode right now and they're like, "Ooh, I have a great idea," or "I have some thoughts about certain pages." How can they get in touch, and how?
Yes, of course they can, and I will be very happy if they do, and they can just send an email to me, and I will reply on that.
Super.
And then we'll take it from there.
Yeah.
Super.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the most important thing. We do need our customers' input to design EasyCruit. We can design it right here in this room with our thoughts and ideas, but it's the ideas of the customers that are the most important, I think. So,
Yeah.
The more, the better. I would
Absolutely.
Say. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Great, Sandra. So I think this brings us back to the end of our episode today, so the Coffee Club episode of today. And thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode because we'll be back again soon. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.
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 Bye.